Yo, before we start this story, let's just say rest in peace to DJ K Slay. You feel me? New York City legend. We was calling him a legend before he passed away. You feel me? Regardless to whom or what, we all know what he did for New York hip hop culture, New York and beyond. And son played a pivotal role in my music career. You feel me? Played my first song on Hot 97. You feel me? And played about another 20, 30, 40 after that. So rest in peace, DJ K Slay. Harlem legend. New York City legend. Moment of silence.
1548. I mean, when Joe Crib, we started selling out his Joe Crib. That's when it was 10,000 a day. We was making 10 bands a day at Joe Crib. You know what I'm saying? I was the one that really, told them niggas how to sell crack. You know, boy, them niggas basketball players. They ain't know nothing about no crack and all that shit. They came to me with the shit. Said, look. I said, what the fuck is that? They said, yo, these is trays. I said, trays? The nigga Nick gave them the capsules. I was like, yo, I want to speak to Nick. They was, but then when they let me speak to Nick, it was like a job interview. I was like, yo, listen, man, if you selling these for trays, imagine, yo, you give me some nickels, and he came, he hired me, nigga, gave me the nickels.
Where was son from? Where was son from exactly, Nicky Barnes?
Nick was from up the hill. He from the plaza, Saratoga. He from Saratoga. I used to mess with his cousin. Once we start bubbling, I linked with his cousin, and me and her was rocking, and yeah, it was. But Nick brought that shit to Howard, bro, and that shit just. He was messing with Boo's sister, drug dealer nigga. He was messing with Boo's sister. Know what I'm saying? So messing with the sister, he meet the brothers. Know what I mean? So he introduced them to this shit, like, yo, they ain't know how to sell no crack. Boo and Nick ain't know how to sell no crack. They came to me. Yo, look. Today I was a little young nigga in the hood. I was selling crack already. You know what I'm saying? I was already hustling and doing things. So they came and brought it to my attention. And then that's when I was like, yo, listen, all right, this what we do. Y'all got the trays. I'm gonna get the Nicks. So Nick, when he gave me the Nicks, them capsules was crazy. I'm like, yo, we about to go crazy over here. And that's really how that shit started, bro. No cap. That's how that shit started.
Who you was selling drugs for at first?
I sold for Percy at one point. When we was in high school, I sold for Percy. Then I was fucking with Jerome, Kindle brother. Me and Jerome was doing our thing. We was doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Then I left from Jerome. Then I started fucking with Nick. And then that's when it just went crazy.
So son hit you with those Knicks, and where you was posted up in front of your building with them?
I was selling the Knicks on the soft side at first. On the soft side, I was selling the Knicks on the soft side, and then that's when we migrated to 30. And that 30 was headquarters. 30 became headquarters, and then 1548. I mean, when Joe Crib, we started selling out his Joe Crib. That's when it was 10,000 a day. We was making 10 bands a day at Joe Crib. You know what I'm saying?
What year was that? Like
88, 89. Because I got clipped in 90. So that was like 87, 89, some shit. Around them areas.
You said niggas was getting money out of Joe Crib?
Out of Joe Crib. We were selling out of Joe Crib, yeah. Brownsville, yeah, Joe Brownsville. You know what I mean? Then that's when Knowledge and Dorian and everybody else, got down, and we just, and fucking Peyton, Donnell, Batman, Batman.
How older was Nicky Barnes than the rest of y'all?
Now, he was older, bro. Nicky was older, so if I'm 15, Nick, I would, before I even do it, I would call his cousin to get the exact age though, but Nick was about, if I was 15, Boo and them was older than me. Boo probably was my brother age, so Boo and him was like 17, 18. So Nick might have been like 20. You remember Nick had the fucking Cherokee with the rag top. Nick used to come through with the gray Cherokee with the burgundy rag, but that's when he started getting the money that was coming out of Joe Crib. The cables, all that shit. All that shit was from Joe Crib and from in front of 30. That's where all that money was coming from.
That's crazy. I ain't know niggas was getting money like that.
Son, that spot was getting like 10 bands a day, bro. No cap. Niggas was working shifts. We was working, let me see, because it was clockwork. Now I had the late night shift. Dorian had a shift. Who else? It was me, Dorian. Who else had a shift? Because Boo was like the manager. He ain't had no shift. I think Nick probably had Peyton had a shift. Peyton had a shift. I had a shift. Dorian had a shift. Peyton had a shift. And maybe Knowledge had a shift. You know what I'm saying? But it was 6 hours a piece.
And y'all was selling straight Nicks?
Oh, nah. This time, we were selling Nicks and trays. From Joe Crib, we were selling. But I started off with the Nicks. And then when I started with Nick, when Nick hit me with that first ball, because he was like, when I spoke to him, like at the job interview, I spoke to him, yo, listen, man, I mean, it's my community, it's my hood, whatever, boom, boom, I've been out here, but Boo and Nick already told him who I was. Like, yo, nah, he outside. Like, he really outside. Nigga, we ain't really outside. He really outside. You know what I'm saying? And, the fame and the money and all that's when Boo just got crazy, bro. Boo just got that paper. Boo just got crazy. You know Boo from your building, man. So you know Boo, man. You know Boo when he was doing basketball. You know Nick. You know what I mean? They wasn't really like violent guys like that. Bro, you know, I was a young, hustling dude, young nigga, bro. I was always outside, though. My mom didn't have restrictions on me. Boo and them, you know Boo and them couldn't go outside. You know, his mother wouldn't let them outside. They wasn't able to come outside like I was able to come outside. And they older than me, you know what I'm saying? They knew that I was already outside hustling and making my little paper and being aggressive. They knew that.
That was your forefinger? That was your forefinger you used to have on? You had a big ass forefinger back in the days, right? Or was it? Nigga, jewelry game was crazy.
Cause Fruit just asked me. It's crazy because Fruit just asked me for this picture.
Yeah, I remember that picture. That shit crazy.
But I got the picture with all of us in it. Me, Boo, Peyton, the same shit you see on the fatigue. All of us in it with everybody with jewelry on.
Yeah, we gotta go in. That picture, them pictures right there is just worthy of a story right there. Like, you understand what I'm saying? This shit too crazy, my nigga.
But I got the picture with all of us in it. Me, Boo, Peyton, the same shit you see on the fatigue. All of us in it with everybody with jewelry on.
Yeah, we gotta go in. Nah, that picture. Nigga, how old was you right there? What, you was 15 right there?
Yeah, bro, 15, bro. And if you look, you ain't gonna be able to see. We was on 42nd Street, just happened to be walking on 42nd Street, and we saw the Public Enemy background. And we like, yo, let's take a picture in front of that. Cause you know, we was the originators of the Army Fatigue. That's what I'm saying. I got stories. We started Army Fatigue shit in the hood. Niggas wasn't, come on, bro. Nobody. We was the only niggas that was Army Fatigue in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So we saw that backdrop. We just happened to be on 42nd Street. We saw that backdrop. Boom. But if you look, you ain't gonna be able to tell. I had a 4/5 llama on me. And that picture you see right there, I had a 4/5 llama on me. This was before.
It's on the side? Because I see something bulging on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a 4/5 llama on me on 42nd Street. I was on the deuce. Nigga, we was gripped up. I'm on the deuce.
Who y'all was with? It was you, Peyton, Boo, and who else?
Me, Peyton, Boo, Donnell. I think Finney was there.
Who was in your age group in Howard that you was running around fucking with that was like your same age?
I was beyond my time because I never wanted to. The people that was my age, they was playing basketball and all that shit. I never played sports or nothing, bro. I was always just a hustler, bro. And I get that from my mother, packing bags, fucking selling newspapers. shit like that, bro. I can't recall nobody like actually bringing me outside, or I just was ambitious. Nigga, we ain't have a lot in the crib, so I just felt like I had to go outside and make shit happen. I guess nobody never, but there ain't nobody. Matter of fact, if I gotta say somebody, Wink brought me out the crib. Wink, that was like my big homie when I was young. Wink. And Boo and them ain't like Wink. Wink had beef with Boo. Wink and my brother, them niggas my brother didn't like Boo. Wink ain't like Boo. They ain't.
You talking about Dinky?
Yeah, Dinky. We from 1550. Me, Dinky, we from the same building. So, Dink was doing his thing. Him and my brother, they was whatever. They didn't like Boo, man. Boo wasn't a likable guy, man. Boo was just aggressive. Boo was, I mean, but that was my guy. Me and Boo, I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, they didn't really care for him. But Boo knew he couldn't do nothing to them, and they knew they couldn't do nothing to him, to Boo. So it was just, I was in the middle. You know what I'm saying? See, Dink was the big homie in the hood, bro. Dink was the big homie in the hood. That's what the disconnect came from, because when Boo and Nick and them, when they got on and doing what they do, it was like they wasn't respecting. You know what I mean? They wasn't like paying homage to the fact that Dink was the big dick in the hood, bro. Dink was the boxer nigga knocking it. Dink was the guy. But Boo and them ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Boo, I don't know. He was just ruthless, man. He just ain't give a fuck. But I was in the middle of that shit, though, because I'm from 1550. Dink from 1550, bro. I know your mother. We cool. Like, Dink, you know what I mean? He raised me. So I used to always have to come in between that shit. Like, nah, Boo ain't. So I prevented a lot of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of shit. But they ain't like they ain't. My brother ain't like Boo. Get ain't like Boo. You know what I'm saying? But I fucked with him, so I fucked with Boo, so it ain't never get to no real situation. Dorian was like a little more closer to Boo than, cause I always been a renegade in Howard, bro. What I mean by that is, I fuck with Nick and Boo and them niggas. I might wake up and be like, I don't want to fuck with y'all niggas no more, and I go do some other shit. I was the only nigga that was allowed, I swear to you, bro, I was the only nigga that was allowed to even leave the situation, come back when I want, give me a pack, leave. Niggas couldn't do that. They couldn't, I swear to you, bro, they couldn't do that. But I think that the nigga Nick, there was something about me, man, that Nick he took a liking to me, bro. He really took a liking to me, and if I was home, that shit would have happened with Nick, man. That shit would have never took place, man. You know what I'm saying? Nick was he really fucked with me, man. He fucked with me. When that shit happened with Nick, I was in DFY. That's when I bumped into Fruit. I was in DFY. It was a robbery. I think I was in DFY for a robbery. It was a robbery. Some robbery shit I was in DFY for, man. I was getting into all kind of shit. They gave a robbery. They gave me a year. And I remember I got the call. I mean, when I called home and I found out that shit happened, that shit fucked me up. I was fucked up on that. And at this time, I was fucking with Nick's cousin. That was like my girl. Like, that was we was in a whole, you know what I mean? That was, you know what I mean? So, I was close to the family. I was close to his family more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, and it put me in a situation because these is my peoples. You know what I mean? So when the shit happened with Knowledge, and it was just crazy. You see how when Fruit was speaking about with I know Keisha. I know the chick that Fruit. I know them from LG. I know them. I was fucking my people. I know them from Nick, because Nick used to fuck with from LG. You feel me? So I used to go, me, Boo, we used to always go with Nick to LG to see. You know what I'm saying? So Kima and all of them, and Keisha, the one that Fruit started fucking with her later on, but her brother Tarzan, Oz, you know what I mean? So that's when the connection with Howard and LG, because Nicky Barnes was fucking with know what I'm saying? So that's how we got introduced to LG. You know what I'm saying? So I knew her. I knew her.
So let me ask you, before Boo and Nick started getting, like, selling crack, was them niggas, they was already wild though, or did they start getting wild?
No. Well, they wasn't aggressive. They wasn't violent, but they was like jokesters, nigga. They was just, you know what I mean? You come around there, snap on you or some shit. There wasn't no violence. Hell no. Boo and them wasn't violent. They wasn't aggressive. No. The crack, when Nick introduced them to that shit, and they got on with that shit, that's when, you know, the money and the thing, I guess, turned them niggas out. Because me and Nick used to go to Jeff together. We used to walk to school together. We used to go to Jeff. You know what I'm saying? That's what turned Boo out. Boo got turned out. Because in my opinion, Boo was always restricted. His mother didn't play. You know his mother. Boo wasn't coming outside. Boo was playing basketball. But once he got exposed to Nick, that just made him, he just turned into a whole animal. A whole fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? A whole fucking animal. He turned into a whole animal. Listen, once he started getting bread, now you buying clothes. Once he started buying the cables, the rings, the jewelry, the this, that's when he started getting ruthless. He was like worse than, like, I wasn't even, like, I always had like morals and principles, bro. I ain't certain shit I just wouldn't. And that nigga, I used to be around that nigga, and I used to be like, yo, nah, bro. He used to be one, nah. He just used to violate people, bro. That's why I'm so well respected in the world. In the world right now, I was never a nigga that just violated. I was a nigga that if you fronted, nigga, I'ma bring it. But I wasn't. Boo was just a violating. And this is some psychological shit. And it may be because his mother had him so restricted in the crib. I don't know what caused him, but he was just on some disrespectful shit. I wasn't a disrespectful nigga, but I wasn't no punk. You feel me? And Boo is my people, so if it's some beef, even with the Peyton shit, niggas always knew that I was the, like, quote unquote, the nigga that'll shoot. Peyton came to me and told me that he had beef with a nigga. Unbeknown to me, it was over a bitch. I gave the nigga Peyton a hammer. I'm like, you know, I had the scooter, I had the motorcycle scooter shit. I don't know if you know, but I had my scooter.
I remember that shit.
So what happened was I took Peyton over there because Peyton said he had beef. I'm like, what? Let's go. So we drove over there. I gave him a little deuce. Let's go. So I guess due to the fact I gave him the deuce, he felt like he had to. So when we went over there, I remember he called the dude. He like, that's the nigga right there. I'm the driver. He like, all right. So he called the dude. So when the dude turned around, he just shot. Bang. I rolled off. A couple hours later, we found out the nigga died. Like, oh shit. But at them times, it wasn't, all right, whatever. The nigga died, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I caught my bitch. Over a bitch. Bitch played the nigga Peyton. Bitch played him. Bitch played the nigga. Bitch came to Peyton. It was a situation where the bitch was fucking with a nigga that was a nigga, and he was a nigga. He a nigga in Brownsville. Bitch was fucking with a nigga. He a nigga in Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? He got locked up. One of them niggas, one of them lock up niggas, he go to jail. He came home. His bitch fucking with Peyton. He smacked the bitch. Now Peyton is in love. We know Peyton, because the bitch Nene was a boosted fly bitch. So she boosting, giving the nigga Peyton shit. He happy. So the bitch come to Peyton, yo, but she playing both sides. She fucking with the nigga, her nigga that came home from jail. So what happened was, she had some hickeys on her neck. So Peyton saw the hickeys on her neck. What the fuck? So she told the nigga Peyton, like, the nigga aggressively did some aggressive and then grabbed the, or so Peyton was distraught. So that's when he came to me, yo. I'm like, yo, what up? I was a nigga that I was with for whatever he wanted to do, whatever. So I took the nigga over there on my bike, and he shot the nigga. I just knew he shot. We rode off. A couple hours later, I found out nigga died. Whatever. All right. Because I was already in the street, so it wasn't nothing that serious to me. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I did my bid. Same way like you did your bid on some action shit. Fruit did his bid. I did my bid. And I just stood tall. You feel me? When I got locked up for 2 murders and a robbery. The robbery, I got locked up for 2 murders and a robbery, period. I'm just saying to you, I ain't do the robbery though. But I got locked up for 2 murders and a robbery. 2 murders, 2 murders and a robbery. At the end of the day, I went to trial. I went to trial for the Peyton shit. I went to trial for murder in the second degree. I went to trial. The jury found me not guilty of murder in the second degree. They found me guilty of manslaughter, accessory shit, like manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you meant like even Peyton, he got manslaughter too. Because he only threw off 1 shot, but the shot that he threw off hit the nigga in the heart. So it was like you didn't mean to kill a person. You meant to shoot him, but you didn't mean to kill him. So that's manslaughter. Murder is bang, 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 bang. You meant to kill a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I got found. I went to trial, found guilty, not guilty of murder. Got found guilty of manslaughter, and they gave me 8 1/3 to 25. So I went to 2. I got two boards. I did 12. I was laughing when I was watching your shit, and you was like, yo, this nigga had me walking around the yard. And he had all the fly shit on, and I ain't had.
Nigga was warm. Nigga had hoodies and army coats, man. My shit had the thin ass state boots, plastic state boots on, man.
My thing was,
nah, you wanted to chill. You wanted to build about the streets. That's why I was going out there. That's why I was going out, because I wanted the same thing, but I ain't know how serious that yard was, though.
I used to tell you, yo, come outside. Nigga got the state boots hurting my feet.
Nigga ain't had no hat. Nigga ears freezing.